Hello and welcome everyone. Today we are going to be talking about infinite intelligence. In yesterday's session, we discussed about imagination and how that is important to make your dreams come true. So we will continue on that conversation today and then delve into infinite intelligence. So this is the outline for today's sessions. We will talk about infinite intelligence and some of the principles of infinite intelligence and how infinite intelligence is there in everyday life, that how we can apply, and some success stories and recommended books. So what I have been telling you in the last few webinars is that this book, Think and Grow Rich, talks a lot about how to be successful. So if you replace the word rich with success or with your dream or with any ambition that you have, the principles mentioned in this book are equally applicable. So don't just consider that whatever has been said is only about money. It is not. It is about a dream and your ambition. Okay. So today's session, we are going to focus on a very interesting concept that Napoleon Hill talks about, and that is infinite intelligence. So we will try to understand. It is a very philosophical concept, but we'll try to understand what that means and how you can apply that, how you can practice to reach infinite intelligence. Okay. But before that, I want to start with this quote from Albert Einstein, which says that the true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination, which is why we covered the aspect of imagination yesterday. And today we are diving into not just intelligence, but infinite intelligence. So before we start on this aspect of infinite intelligence, I want to talk about creative imagination because we were talking about this yesterday. And creative imagination is kind of sixth sense, right? Sometimes you just get an idea or a hunch and that happens, and we cannot describe that through any of our five senses that we have, right? So that is often termed as sixth sense. And for some people it is quite active, for some it is not, but people have experienced at some stage or some point in their time, in their life, right? So maybe you're just thinking about someone and that person calls you, right? Or if you're thinking to go and meet someone and then that person, you just bump into that person on the road. So things like this, there is some form of communication that cannot be described but happens. Yeah. And that is a sixth sense, and that is an aspect that is very relevant for being imaginative or improving your creative imaginative skills. Yeah. So creative imagination is what most people do not use. Yeah, do not use during their entire lifetime. It is that sometimes they happen to use it by accident, but they don't know that how to reuse it again. How can they, what can they do to deliberately use it the next time they want to use it? So in this session we will try to understand what is it that we can do to be able to do that, right? And those people who can deliberately do it, use it deliberately and with thought, we call them geniuses, or as Napoleon Hill calls in his book, a genie. So we see that in terms of creative imagination, all the discoveries, right, and the inventions that have happened so far in the world, there has been a strong impact or influence of creative imagination. Sometimes you just don't understand, what is going on, why this particular thing is behaving this way. And I remember when I used to study chemistry, when I did my undergrad degree in chemistry, we were told a story about the inventor of the chemical called as benzene. And benzene is a very interesting chemical because the way it is chemically designed, it did not follow the principles of how a normal element or chemical should exist. And the inventor of benzene actually was spending a lot of time to figure out why it is happening, how it is happening, and he was deeply, involved in that thought as to how can this be possible. I'm not going to the technicalities of the chemical, but it was just impossible for that chemical to exist given the laws of chemistry at that time. And he was imagining and thinking, like probably thinking 24/7 around it. And he went into this stage of thought at sleep, and then he dreamt that this is how the benzene actually functions. And there was some jumping atoms and elements within benzene that tried basically, I want to say is that he saw the answer to his question in his dreams. And that is an example of creative imagination. So sometimes you just get an idea, just a flash, or a hunch that this is how it works. In this case, it was in his dream. But yeah, that is why it cannot be described how this could happen, but it happened with in this case. So when we look at sources of creative imagination, there are four sources, right? One is infinite intelligence, which is what we are going to talk about today. But there are three other sources of creative imagination, and one is your subconscious mind. Yeah, that is a very important uh, aspect, in your creative journey, and you need to be able to communicate or get information from your subconscious mind. And if you can do that, then you will have an amazing amount of power and success. Another way of getting a source of creative imagination is other person's mind who has just released a thought. And again, see, this is not scientifically explainable as of now. How can someone's thought can go from one person to another? Is there some form of communication channel in which what I'm thinking, that thought goes from my mind to yours? But in the book here, Napoleon Hill says that it is possible. And taking that one step further is the concept of others' subconscious mind, and which is where the idea of mastermind comes up, which I have covered in the some of my earlier sessions. So today our focus is on infinite intelligence, so we will delve into that a bit more. Yeah. So creative imagination is what links your finite mind to infinite intelligence. Yeah. So finite mind is the conscious mind. So whenever you are in conscious, like right now, for example, if you're listening to me, you're consciously listening to me, right? I'm telling a lot of things, and whatever I'm saying is your conscious mind is deciding whether or not to accept it, or whether or not to accept it or not. Yeah. So part of it will accept, it will put in your brain, and some things even might go into your subconscious mind. Yeah. So that is important, and I'm not going to talk about subconscious mind today, but we will have a session on that separately. But remember that creative imagination links the finite mind to infinite intelligence. So let's delve into infinite intelligence, what it means. So read this with me together, because I need you to recite so that you remember it. Yeah. So infinite intelligence refers to the universal intelligence or higher power that Napoleon Hill believed exists and can be tapped by individuals through their thoughts and beliefs. So there are two things here. Yeah, thought and belief. Two things are used to tap this infinite intelligence. Okay. So infinite intelligence, once again, refers to the universal intelligence or higher power that exists and can be tapped. So you need to tap. So that's why it says can be tapped. Yeah, it's not there. It doesn't come to you on its own. You have to take the effort to tap that through your thoughts and your strong beliefs. It is the cosmic force that responds to our thoughts and desires. Yeah. Remember, it is a cosmic force that responds to two things again: your thoughts and your desires. So which is why I told you earlier as well that you have to be very mindful of what thoughts you let to enter your mind or your brain. Yeah, I told you that book that I read on mindset talks a lot about this, right? Be at guard of your mind. Decide what you want to feed your mind. Yeah. So infinite intelligence is the cosmic force that responds to our thoughts and desires. So whatever we are thinking, whatever we desire, that is a powerful stage, right? And cosmic force will help us to achieve that. Yeah, how it will happen, we don't know. And there are many books that have been written, and all of them have the similar uh, philosophy or argument that it happens. How it happens, they cannot explain, but if you believe it will happen, it will happen. And this brings me to this very nice quote from the book Alchemist. When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. Yeah, this is a very powerful quote. And there was a Indian movie which also used which kind of used this quote in Hindi language. But it meant the same thing, that when you desire something, when you want something really, really badly, you have so much strong, powerful desire for achieving it, the universe will make work its magic and make it come to you. You take your effort, but the universe also takes that effort in helping you get there. So do I mean, this is also a very nice book if you want to read. It's a very interesting book that you will learn a lot. So Hill suggests that infinite intelligence is a source of wisdom, creativity, and guidance. So three things: wisdom, creativity, and guidance. Yeah, accessible to anyone. Yeah, it is accessible to anyone who learns how to harness its power through the principles. Yeah, so we look into the principles, what these principles are. But remember, wisdom, creativity, and guidance. So if you need these three things, if you want to become wise, if you want to be creative, if you need some guidance, then you need to understand how you can harness the power of infinite intelligence. So what are the principles? So the first principle is having faith. So having faith is like trusting that there is a powerful source out there that can help you achieve your goals. Yeah, it's simple as that. So you have to believe that there is undefined, unexplainable force out there that is going to help you achieve what you want to achieve if you strongly and intensely desire to achieve that. Okay. So remember that first principle is faith. By believing in yourself and your dreams, you open yourself up to receive guidance and opportunities from this powerful force, which Hill calls infinite intelligence. Okay? So, by believing in yourself and your dreams, so you have to believe in yourself and your dreams, right? And open yourself up to receive guidance. Yeah, so you have to be open to receive guidance from the opportunities that this powerful force will bring to you. Okay, so if you, the first principle is to have faith, you have to believe. The next is the power of mastermind. So I explained in the earlier webinars, the mastermind principle is like teamwork, where two or more people work together to achieve a common goal, which is your dream or your project, right? So when this mastermind group convenes, they come and meet together, they come there to help you with your dream, right? And you can be a member of their mastermind, and when you attend their mastermind group meetings, you are there to support their dream. So you don't go there with your what you want to achieve that time. So when you are part of their mastermind group, you are there for them. Okay, so similarly, when they are there in your group, they are there for you to help you achieve what you want. This collective intelligence, that is the intelligence of the mastermind group, can tap into a vast reservoir of knowledge and insight, helping each individual in the group to access new ideas and solutions which they might not have thought by their own. Yeah. So when you get a group of people, very talented people, they can you can tap into their knowledge base, right? And how they this collective intelligence is very powerful, because you cannot have it on your own, they cannot have it on their own. It is a value that is created when these smart minds come together and work towards one particular objective, one particular goal. And then the third is the subconscious mind. Yeah. Your subconscious mind is like a hidden treasure, I would say, that influences your thoughts, feelings, and actions without you even realizing it. Yeah. And the the way to connect with your subconscious mind is very important. And I will have a, like I said earlier, I will have another session on that. But understand that the subconscious mind, whatever you feed into your subconscious mind, it will come true. Yeah. So but what you need is, you need to have faith, you need to have strongly believe in that concept. And there are so many nice books written on this topic that you should read, and I have some recommendations at the end of the session today. So by using the techniques like positive affirmations, visualization, repetition, you can program your subconscious mind to support your goals and desires. Yeah. So positive affirmations like, yes, I can do it. I continuously or repeatedly keep saying this. Visualize your success, visualize your dream. So these things can make your um, connect with your subconscious mind, and then it will be there to help you achieve your dreams. So in summary, according to Napoleon Hill, infinite intelligence involves having faith in your abilities. Okay, so the first thing is, you have to have faith in your abilities to achieve your dream. And you also have to have faith in the universe. So that cosmic force that surrounds us, which we cannot scientifically describe, is there to help us achieve what we strongly, intensely desire. This is working together with others to access collective wisdom, which is the mastermind group. Yeah. And harnessing the power of your subconscious mind. So faith, mastermind group, and your subconscious mind. So these are the three key principles that will help you to harness the power of infinite intelligence. So the next thing is, how can you achieve infinite intelligence, right? What is it that you can do to connect with or get this intelligence? So first is visualization. You need to visualize your dream, you need to visualize your goal. So take a few minutes every day to visualize this, that you have already achieved it. So if it is like you want to publish a very strong publish your journal, your research in a top journal, visualize that your paper has been published. You can close your eyes and you can see your research, your name on that research paper, and visualize that. Is very important. Create vivid mental images of what success looks and feels like for you. Yeah. So visualize how people congratulate you when your paper gets accepted in that journal, or when you score very high marks in your exam, or if you graduate in your degree with a first class or a distinction or a higher distinction. Visualize that and see how you feel. Yeah. So looking at your success and feeling that success is visualization. Next thing is affirmations. So affirmations is to repeat positive affirmations or statements that affirm your desired outcome. Yeah, like I said, you have to repeat what you want to achieve. So for example, I am confident and capable of reaching my dream, whatever your dream is. So you can say, I'm confident and capable of publishing in a top journal, or I'm confident and capable of my research being recognized by whoever, whatever, or my research being used in industry, or somebody is using your research or your intellectual property that you have developed to build a new product or something like that. So you have to have that repetitive positive reaffirmations affirmations that you need to do to start connecting. Next thing is gratitude journaling. This is a very interesting concept because in this day and age when we are so busy with so many things, right, you need time to just kind of sit down and reflect on your life. What do you on a lot of occasions we do not appreciate what we already have. Yeah. So doing this gratitude journaling is very essential, I would say. Just it is important, but not just important, it is essential. you know if you keep a gratitude journal, write down three things, yeah, that you are grateful for each day, whatever that may be, because this practice helps you to cultivate a positive mindset. Yeah. Positive mindset, and that will help to foster a deeper connection with the abundance that you have in your life. And appreciating what you already have, not just what you want but what you already have, is also equally important. Yeah. So start doing this. It's a very easy task, just three things you need to write every day. Next thing is meditation. And I cannot stress the importance of meditation. Meditation helps you to kind of calm down and let you just reflect on the whole day, on your life, or just calm down your mind. Mind is always running everywhere. If I tell you, just let's do an experiment right now. If I tell you that close your eyes and don't think anything, yeah, you cannot stop thinking. And just that very thing, like, will give you the experience of what your mind is doing. And you don't realize it. You subconsciously, unconsciously, you're doing this, always thinking about something in the back of your mind. And that thinking, if you think, requires energy, right? Because your brain is working, processing these thoughts. It requires energy, which means you need to be well fed. So one way to kind of benefits of calming yourself down, controlling your thoughts, is like meditation. Like, I like to say that it is an exercise for your brain. Yeah. You go to the gym and you work out your muscles and your body, right? But there is no exercise for your brain. So meditation can be considered as a exercise for your brain. Just give it a try. Close your eyes and don't think anything, and you will not be able to control your mind that way. But with meditation, you can slowly and steadily improve and get control of your mind, which means you will still get thoughts. It is just impossible, or nearly impossible, for people to not think anything. But if you can control the amount of the number of thoughts that you're getting through meditation, I think it is a great achievement. And next is continuous learning. So dedicate time each day to learn and expand your knowledge in areas related to your goals. Read books, listen to podcasts, attend seminars, workshops to gain new perspectives. You don't know which of these suggestions or activities will help you to get that, to communicate or to connect with infinite intelligence. And I think for me, because I practice this, I feel what is most important is to have your belief, your faith in this. So if you believe this, then you will see the results. If you do not believe and you're just thinking that because I'm saying you will try, but if you do not have that feeling from within you, you know, you will not feel the results. So if you want to be part of this, just be fully. involved in this. Yeah, so just believe and have faith, and you will see the results coming. Next, let's talk about some success stories now. So there are two stories that I want to cover here. One is a story about Edwin C. Barnes. So I'm not sure how many of you know about him, but he was the one who worked with Thomas Edison, and his role was like the uh, salesman or the businessman. So Thomas Edison created technologies, and he made the market or sold them. And he had this very strong desire that he wanted to work for uh, Edison, right? And he came with that and only that motive, that he wants to work in his company and eventually become a business partner with him. And he ended up doing that. He persisted with his goal, and in the end, he got the opportunity to work as a business associate for Edison. And this all was because of his strong uh, belief and his faith, his intense desire that he wants to achieve this. He wants to do that. That was the only thing that he was visualizing or thinking about. That's the only passion or the dream that he had, and he just successfully did it in the end. Although it took him many years, but it did happen. The next example is for Henry Ford. So Ford transformed the automobile industry through his innovative assembly line production method. Right, nowadays it is common, but that time, those days, it was something unique, that you could have a production line to manufacture car in bulk. So despite facing numerous setbacks and failures, Ford persevered and eventually achieved remarkable success. And in this book, he talks about, Napoleon Hill talks about how Henry Ford applied, knowingly or unknowingly, the principles that are mentioned in this book. Yeah. So there are many other success stories in this book. So do read this book if you can. It's very insightful, and it will open up your thinking, your mind to a lot of possibilities which currently you may not think, or you may not believe it would be possible. Right. So some recommended books for today. One is The Power of Subconscious Mind from Dr. Joseph Murphy. I think I have a copy of that here. This one. It's a very nice book. I have started reading it, but it's on the way. We'll finish soon. Next book that I have read already is The Secret, and it's very interesting about this book is that when I read this book and the chapters of this book, I liked it so much that I wanted to read it again and again. But then I didn't have time every time to just read the same thing. So what I did was I recorded the chapter myself, and whenever I was driving, I would just play that recording. And even now, sometimes I go back to those recordings that I have done and I listen to it. It is an amazing book, just so powerful, and has a similar thing, concepts or the ideas that they're talking about in this. And the third book I would recommend is The Power of Now. Yeah, so do read either any of these books. They will really enlighten you and will open up opportunities for you, the things that you may not have thought you could do or would be possible for you to do. You could be able to achieve all that. All right, that is all in today's session. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about self-confidence. So as a student or as a professional, what is it that you can do to build your self-confidence and maintain it? Because that is another aspect of needed to be successful and to reach your dreams. All right, so that is all in today's session. Thank you very much for joining. Please follow my YouTube channel and do share these videos with everyone that you think would benefit from this. In the description of the video, you will also find links to some of these books. So if you want to buy those books, do follow those links. Thank you very much and have a great evening. Bye.